Hey, Heart Nation. Hey, Heart Nation. This is your girl, Carla J, the host of Carla's channel, Heart to Heart Inspiration Podcast. And today I have the pleasure of talking to another Detroit native, an awesome woman, and her name is Gessica Watson. We're going to learn so much about her today, the awesome work that she has done with the film industry, and then also hear a little bit about her testimony and why she does what she does and how she can help you with some industry insights. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in our chat and we will get to them. And if you're joining for the first time, let us know where you're calling from and hit that subscribe and like button. So with no further ado, I have on the line Jessica. Hi, Jessica. Thanks for joining.
Hi, what up, though?
What up, though?
What up, though?
Jessica. I love her energy and her vibe. And to get us started, Jessica is going to bless us with a little snippet of one of her songs, a vocal. This is totally random. So I hope y'all enjoy it. So, Jessica, take it away.
I'm gonna sing a cover today because I have been singing this song for weeks. It's actually Donny Hathaway, but I think it's current for the times.
Okay.
So, we'll all be free. This is a song that one of my favorite inspirations is Donny Hathaway. So, hang on to the world as it spins around. Just don't let the spin get you down. Things are moving fast. Hold on tight and you will last. Keep your self-respect, your very pride.
Yes.
Get yourself in gear. Keep your stride. Never mind your fears. Brighter days will soon be near. Take it from me, someday we'll all be free. Yeah. Oh, just wait and see. Someday we'll all be free.
Woo! Yes. Yes. That gave me
Thank
chills,
you.
Jessica. Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you.
I felt that.
Thanks.
Well, you all heard it. That was Jessica singing Donna Hathaway. And if you want Jessica to sing at your event, look her up, okay? Look her up on Instagram. She is at GESSIGESS_ and it is in the comments, okay? So thank you again, Jessica. So
No
we're gonna,
problem.
yes, we're gonna get right into it. So
Okay.
Jessica, tell us where you were born and just give us a little bit about your background growing up.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. I was born right in Detroit, Michigan at Hutzel Hospital. I grew up on the east side of Detroit, probably up until it was time for middle school, high school. I lived in Southfield for a while too. And I had when I went to school in Houston for a year, Texas Southern, shout out to Texas Southern,
Oh,
HBCU. Yep. And I went to school in Chicago for a while.
all right, my
So shout
fam,
out,
shout
yep,
out.
yep, shout out to all my family in Chicago. And then, like I said, I lived in Phoenix for a good couple of years, 10 years or so. And I recently, about 2 years ago, moved back to Michigan. So
Okay,
I've been here ever since. Yep.
okay, nice, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, kudos to you. You
Mm-hmm.
moved around and you're back to your roots in Michigan.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Got
Yes,
to know you a little
absolutely.
bit better. And
Mm-hmm.
the East Side. I've been our last guest, I believe, was from the East Side, and I have some
Okay.
family from the East Side as well in Detroit. So, all right, kudos.
Yep. Yep. I stay in Ann Arbor now. This is my first time living out the city like that. So it's okay. It's okay. It's been a change. It's further out, but we'll see how long I'm here.
Okay. Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Mhm.
That's what life is all about.
Yep.
Moving around, trying new things, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I wanted to ask you, how did your career take off? Walk us through how did you get into, you have a beautiful voice,
Thank
beautiful voice.
you.
So how did this all start for you?
Um, like most singers, singing in church. I've been singing in church my whole life as a little girl. Pretty much every year I've been in school, I've been in choir. So with the combination of those two, and then just kind of developing myself as an artist and writing songs and singing with different people, that's kind of how my journey has been. But it's more independent now as an artist. I still will sing in church too. For the rest of my life I will. So
Okay, all right. Did you
yeah, I
get
will
that
sing.
from
Hmm.
church? People saying, oh, you should just stay in the church. You shouldn't go outside the church.
Oh, yeah, and you hear it and you can feel it too. So but my motto is I'm gonna always worship God, on my own before people. That's my gift that He gave me. Is my duty to give it back to Him. So I
All right,
always
now,
will. And
no
even as
matter
an
what.
artist, I'm not gonna sing anything that's gonna shame Him. But
All
I
right.
do have a story to tell my own experiences. So yep.
Mhm. That's
Mm-hmm.
what that's what I'm talking about. Any way the wind blows, ups or
Yep.
downs, whether I'm singing in the church or out the church, I'm still gonna
Mm-hmm.
be true to who I am and a child of
Absolutely.
God. Okay,
Yep.
I like that. So you
Mm-hmm.
sang in choirs, at churches, school, and then how did it progress from there?
I just started recording probably years and years, 20 years ago. So I would just in high school, I would write my own songs and I didn't really have music to. And then I had a friend of mine who I would just go sing a song and they would create music around the songs that I would write at home.
Okay.
And I just started taking it more and more seriously and finally released some music and some music
Oh,
videos and things like that. So, yep, and singing with bands and things like that too, live performances. So
oh,
that's always
nice.
fun too. Yep.
Yes, yes. The bands.
Mm-hmm.
I also have read that you were. I don't want to go too fast, so
Mm-hmm.
I read that you have moved to New York, or you went to New York.
Yes.
How did
Yep.
that go? I love New York. I
Yep.
love
Oh,
New
me
York.
too. Me too. I miss it. I actually went there as a fashion design. I went to school for fashion design, and I did a internship. Because in order to graduate, and you have to do an internship, so I shot my shot, and I shot my shot to do my internship out in New York, and I did it with Rocawear,
Okay.
JayZ's brand, and they had yep,
Okay.
yep, and they had another brand, 8732, which was Young Jeezy's clothing line, and I did an internship with them for about 3 months, and then they hired me, and I pretty much that opened up the door for me to work in fashion design, and that was back in 2007 or something like that. So when I was out there, I still had the passion for singing, and I knew that that was the place to try to launch a career. So I would go sing at different, live venues and things like that, open mics, and I tried to do my own little show as well too.
All
So it was
right.
pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nice. Now, is the New York? Now that's the home of the Apollo. Did you
Mm-hmm.
get fooled
I
sometimes? Or
did.
what
I didn't do the. I auditioned one time, but then that was around the time that I got sick and I had to leave from New York. But I did audition one time. I got pretty far. I didn't make the last cut, but I still tried. So I was excited that I did that.
that it is exciting, even if you don't make
Mm-hmm.
the final cut.
Mm-hmm.
Just that process of
Yes.
preparing. the
Mm-hmm.
bravery. It takes courage. It takes
Yes.
courage
Oh
to do
yeah.
that. Being on stage in front of people, in front of the camera, it takes
Mm-hmm.
courage.
Yep.
How did you used to prepare for that? For being on stage, just like you did just now and just sang. You sang. That
I
takes
think it
courage.
just yeah, I think it just comes from experience. The more that you do it, it just becomes second nature to you. And singing my whole life. Of course, you have your rough patches where you may not be as active, but you always can pray and find a way to get in your zone and just get back into that space where you can perform. So
That's
and
true.
when it's something that you love to do and it's fun for you, um, it's not as hard to get in the zone. Hmm.
Yeah,
But you
that's true.
just
I like that.
practice every day. You know, that's what I try to
Right.
tell people. Hmm.
Yeah, I like that. And
Yeah.
then in New York also, um, you had a time where you were on Broadway.
Yep, that I did the venue was on Broadway. It was not a big Broadway production. But
Okay,
anytime that
okay,
people perform on Broadway, they say Broadway. That's what I learned when I was in New York. That's what the lady told me to say. So
okay.
but she had a
Yeah,
venue right on Broadway, right on the street. So technically it was Broadway. I'm gonna take that. But
yes.
I did a tribute to Motown. It was a one woman show. And
Hmm.
I just did all, Stevie Wonder songs, mostly Stevie Wonder songs, and just some Motown and more Gladys Knight. But it was like my tribute to Motown. And I just did a one woman show performing a bunch of songs on my own and
Wow,
invited people. Yep. So
that
that
was
was that
nice.
was super fun. Yep.
Oh, that
Hmm.
was nice. I'm not
Yep.
gonna put you on the on the spot and ask you to sing some Stevie Wonder, uh, but that is awesome. Oh my
Yep.
goodness. So
Hmm.
joining in on our guest list in the comments, we got Queen Sugar saying, giving you some clapping hands, Doris Jones and Richard Jenkins. Thank you all for
Okay.
joining. And if you're
Hey.
just joining, hey, put in the chat, drop a heart for us for some encouragement. So,
Hmm.
Jessica, you talked about being in New York. You moved to New York. You had some awesome opportunities there,
Hmm.
and some great fortune. And then you mentioned that you got sick. What happened,
Yes.
if you don't mind sharing?
Oh yeah. Whew, every time I have to talk about this, I have to hold back tears and my hair stands on. But yes, I was busy working my little fashion career, and I just was having really bad headaches, and just couldn't concentrate. Brain was foggy, just tired all the time. And so I finally went to the doctors, and I'm telling him my symptoms and everything. And he looked in my eyes, and he saw something that alarmed him, and so he sent me to get an MRI, and they saw a brain tumor. So, yep, they saw a
Oh
brain
my
tumor.
goodness.
And
About
so
how
that
old were
was,
you?
oh,
About how
I
old were
was,
you?
this was in 2014. Yep,
Wow.
that's how long. Yep, this was 2013, 2014. Yep. So,
You were still
yeah,
young. You were still young.
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
and so from there on, that probably was like my last time living in New York there. So they saw the brain tumor, but then I got the surgery, they removed it. And so ever since then, I haven't really lived in New York. I might have went back maybe once or twice for
Okay.
some freelance jobs. But
Okay.
so that's my testimony that I am still alive today. And like I shared with you, as soon as I knew I was awoke and the anesthesia wore off, I had to make sure that I could sing.
Hmm. All
Make
right
sure that
now.
I still have my voice. So I started singing.
Wow.
And like I said, the nursing staff, they joined in with me, and and here I am today, still going strong. So God is good.
That is
Hmm.
awesome. That is an awesome testimony.
Hmm.
You were young. It probably was scary.
Very.
Going through that.
Hmm.
I know you said your parents were in Phoenix, maybe
Yep,
at the
they left
time.
Michigan. Yeah, they left
Yeah.
Michigan. So I had to leave my job in New York, my place, and everything. And I had to move in with my parents just because of the difficulties of, trying to get back on your feet with the health issues and just restarting being a single mom too. So yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
But still here today. So, yep.
Amen. I love that. And you woke up with a song in your heart. You woke
Yep.
up, started singing, and y'all was having
Hmm. Up
church
and
up in
yep.
there.
Laying on the table singing. Okay.
Right. I love that. I love that. Being a nurse myself, I love
Okay.
that because,
Hmm.
a lot of times you don't get thank you or
Hmm.
just sometimes don't even get a chance to see how that person is doing. But when you wake up, if somebody
Hmm.
wakes up and starts singing like that,
Hmm.
that is it right there. I mean,
Yeah, because with the
yeah,
with having brain surgery, you don't know. Will you have your motor skills? You don't. Can I see? Will I be? And it was like, oh, can I sing? I got to try this out right now.
right.
So
Because that was your passion. That's what
that
you
was
were
my
used to
yeah.
doing,
All
right?
right. Yeah. Yeah.
And you talked about Detroit.
Hmm.
And did you have some influences from the Motown? You did that Motown tribute in New York.
Oh.
Did
Hmm.
you grow up around any of the Motown or any of the singers?
I didn't grow up, but I didn't grow up with a Stevie Wonder or anyone like that. But they sure did inspire me. Like Stevie Wonder definitely was one of, because I would listen to his intricate writing, and I'm like, how is he doing? So I would listen to his music and listen to his writing patterns and his verses and his A sections and his chord. Like, I was just so amazed. So he's one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to songwriting and things like that. But singing, you know, I grew up listening to the Winans and CC Winans, and though they're my big influences. Yep, they are. I say that every time. Like, they taught me how to sing, you know.
Wow. Are you talking about
Never met them either. But
oh
yes,
my goodness.
Aretha, Stevie, All Temptations,
Yeah.
all of them are some big inspirations for me. Hmm.
And I heard that in your voice too when you started us off with the song. I could hear
Oh,
that sultry, a little bit of
uh-huh.
soul, a little bit of gospel. I heard all
Uh-huh.
of that in there. Yes.
Yeah.
So for you all just joining, if you didn't catch the beginning of when we just started the podcast, Jessica sang, y'all. She sang. So you have to go back and watch the replay.
Yes, please
um,
do.
yes, I
Hmm.
thank you for that because I just sprung it on her, you all. I just sprung it on her. So I like to
Hmm.
my my podcast interviews a little different than other
Okay.
people. So I just like to just throw a little sprinkle
Right.
in.
Yep. Yep.
So we have people joining in. We have Queen Tanti C. She joined. Hey Heart Nation. Doris Jones said, "Praise him for his goodness." All right, for your
Amen.
testimony. We
Yeah.
got Gina Watson. Powerful testimony.
That's my mom. Gina Watson is
Oh,
my mom. Okay.
hey mama. Hey, we got your baby on and her testimony. Yes, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, Queen Tanti, see, God is faithful. He will bless
Hmm.
you, deliver, and always bring us peace through any
Hmm.
situation. I love. We're
Yeah.
gonna have church up here in a minute.
See, you done started something. You done started something.
I love it. I love it. You know, and then we talked a little bit about your acting career, some of the things that you've
Hmm.
done. Let us know some of the things you've
Hmm.
done. How did you get into it? And what kind of, I got like 50 questions, right? And what kind
Okay.
of advice would you give others? Anywhere you want to start.
Um, Man, I think, singing and acting and performing all is like it goes together in one big world of what the arts, right? So,
Right.
of course, singing has always been my number one passion, but I've always been a little bit of drama naturally myself. But I think years ago I did try to audition for The Wiz, and that was years ago. And that when I did that, it really kind of opened up my eyes to it. But one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to acting is actually my daughter. She's
Okay.
been, like I said, she's been a thespian. And so when I would see film opportunities, I will always think of her first. Because
Right.
when it came to film, I worked behind the scenes a lot in wardrobe and things like that. But I had gotten the opportunity to do like behind or background acting. And then it was like, well, I could really do this. Like, I tried it in the past a little bit. But when I would get opportunities for her, I would see opportunities for myself. So it'd be like, well, maybe I could try this role. And then I would start getting roles, more and more roles and things like that. And just so I just kept going with it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of how I got my start with it. But my daughter is the thespian. I'm gonna always, try to open up the door for her. So yeah.
Nice. That
Mhm.
legacy. You're
Mhm.
working on, helping mold her where her dream is,
Mhm.
and not putting yourself in the back burner, but
Mhm.
as you see opportunities for her or
Mhm.
yourself, you kind of go with that, and that's so important. Um,
Mhm.
and I know maybe younger people, in this day and age, it's like immediate gratification is wanted. How do you
Mhm.
talk with her about being patient, or
Mhm.
may get 1,000 no's before you get one yes?
Mhm.
How
Mhm.
does that? Is she receptive to that?
Oh yes. Yes, she's very receptive to it. She started so young with theater and things like that at grade school and talent shows. She was just so young and singing and always just anytime you ask anybody, if we're sitting watching the TV, the family, she's gonna stand in front of the TV and she's gonna perform. She's
All
gonna
right.
do some type of something if she has an audience to watch. But so yeah, she's had some professional opportunities and she's had no's at times too, but she's had some yeses, and I'm proud of the way that she's handled her no's, and I'm glad when she gets those yeses. So she's
Yeah.
learning, and I just hope I can be there with her the whole way to protect her and
Right.
help push her out there.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Hmm.
Because protection is important, and having that
Oh
support
yeah.
system is
Oh
important.
yeah.
And I see your mom on the line, and
Hmm.
I'm sure she was a great support for you. It shows,
Yes. Yes.
And I also
Hmm.
like what you stated earlier, that you were behind the scenes because you tried
Hmm.
it in front of the scenes or in the scenes, but
Hmm.
you found that your comfortable space was behind the scenes doing some things.
Yep.
And that's important to know too, because
Hmm.
everything filmmaking is not
Hmm.
always in front of the camera. It's a lot of things
Absolutely.
behind the
Hmm.
camera. I like how
Yep.
you said that. Yeah,
Hmm.
like you were a designer. I
Yep.
heard, I read that, doing some things. What was that like, being a designer?
It's just one of those things that a lot of people talk about, but to actually have the opportunity to go to New York and work for these brands, and it's just it's amazing, to be able to contribute and see a whole product from concept to execution come to life, and see your items in the store. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying?
right.
So it's yeah, it's very rewarding to have done that, and I feel so blessed and humbled to have had that opportunity. And I really do like to want to teach people more about fashion and sewing and design and how to get into the industry. I would love to do that more, because a lot of
Oh,
people may or may not, or they might think it's like it's far fetched, but it's really not. So,
okay.
mhm,
I
mhm,
love how you said, I know you worked for Rocawear, or the Jeezy
mhm,
line that you spoke of
mhm,
earlier, and then
mhm.
you went on to also work with or for Ralph Lauren, and I
Yep.
forget the other names you said.
Yep, Echo Unlimited. Echo
Okay.
Unlimited. Those are more urban brands. Like I said, Rocawear 8732. Yep. And I did have the opportunity to work for Ralph Lauren,
Nice.
hydraulic jeans. So different household names,
Yes,
So yeah,
that's awesome. Now, so you know how to sew too?
I do.
Oh my
I
goodness.
do. I've learned how to sew when I was like, man, I want to say like fifth grade or something. A mentor of mine, Aisha Williams, she passed away. She taught
Okay.
me how to sew. And then I took sewing classes in vocational school when I was in high school, and then I went to college and learned fashion design. So yeah.
Wow, that is
Mhm.
awesome. Just some basic skills of sewing.
Mhm.
I got a D in sewing when I was in high school. I was horrible. But I had an
Yeah.
aunt. Shout out to my aunt Laverne. She
Uh-huh.
sewed, and she was always in fashion shows and things in
Okay.
high school, and I
Mhm.
loved that. But
Mhm.
and my oldest daughter, she can sew a little bit, but I always wanted to know how to sew. So that's
Yep.
a great trade
Mhm.
to teach people,
Yep.
and they can actually build a life from it.
Mhm.
Whether
Yep.
it's creating your own brand or working for other
Mhm.
brands. I thank
Mhm.
you for sharing that. That's good. I love that.
Absolutely.
Wish you
Yes.
well in that. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm telling you, this time has flown by, Jessica. You have
Mhm.
given us some great nuggets, some
Mhm.
great singing, and
Mm-hmm.
I know you stated you had a surprise guest for us.
I do. Surprise guest. Can you come out, please? Greer. Come on out, surprise guest.
This is awesome,
Yeah.
everybody. I'm so excited.
Yep.
We've
Come
been
on,
having
baby
a good
girl.
conversation with Jessica,
Yes. Thank you
all that
again
she's
for
accomplished, and her
mm-hmm.
testimony. Her
Mm-hmm.
testimony that she had a brain tumor, discovered that when she was in New York working, probably almost at the prime of your life, I would kind of describe it as.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. The beginning of it. So the beginning of the prime. Hopefully we didn't prime out yet. Hopefully we got a little bit more in us.
that you do, you do. We claim that. We claim that.
Yeah.
You know, your
You coming
vocals
out
are
Greer
still
now?
awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. So
They are.
yeah.
Your vocals are still awesome. You got your sewing skills. There's so much
Mm-hmm.
to do and so much to
Yeah.
be done.
Yep. Yeah, and I'm working on music still. I'll be releasing a project. I have a couple of singles out.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna hopefully release a whole EPK coming up in some months. So yep.
Okay. Now, what do you think of the independent, being able to produce your own records independently, your own albums
Mm-hmm.
independently? You don't have to wait on a big name label and things like that. That's a game changer.
Yeah, it is a game changer. And nowadays you can do so much with social media and
Hmm.
marketing and YouTube. There's more than one way to get yourself out there, like you said, without having that big machine behind you.
Right.
It might take a little bit longer, but it's really, a hit or miss and just being consistent.
Right. Being
But
consistent.
creating content and music and putting yourself out there, doing shows and everything and linking up with the right people. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I
So,
don't know
here,
if your special guest is here yet
my
or not.
special guest is here. Come on in. This is sweetheart. I can't. How am I? Well, come on this side.
I love it. Oh, hi, beautiful. Who is this?
Hi. This is my daughter, Greer Sophia Watson.
Oh,
This is the
hi,
actress, thespian musician. She plays the bass guitar, the keyboard,
Sophia. What?
the guitar. So she's
Oh my
really
goodness.
talented. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, now you know what they say. You are really talented when you can play um, multiple. What's the word I'm looking for?
Instruments.
Multiple instruments. Yes, multiple
Mhm.
instruments. So you are already up here. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining. I'm loving talking to your mom and about her testimony and her challenges, how she overcame them, and how it takes courage and bravery to do, just be in the spotlight. So thank you for coming on. I
Thank
appreciate
Hmm.
you
you.
for having me.
Yes. Yeah.
So what are you all gonna bless us with?
Greer, like, tell them about your acting, and tell her how long you've been acting.
Um,
She's the thespian here.
Okay.
I've been doing theater since I was in sixth grade, but I had always wanted to do theater because I'd always be on YouTube and I would like listen to a bunch of like songs from musicals and I was like, "Ugh, I want to do that so much." And so I started doing it in sixth grade when I got the chance to. And
You got your first movie role.
yeah.
She's done some background work, but she got her first speaking role recently. So in a
Oh,
movie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
congratulations. Are
Thank
you able to
you.
tell us the movie or not yet? Not yet.
His name Cass.
Yeah,
Yep.
Cass. It's called Cass, by
Yvonne.
Yvonne,
Yeah.
and she's super cool. And it's a very it's a cool experience because it's nothing that I've done before, and it's like I get to meet so much more new people,
Mhm.
and just like get more experience in what I want to do. So it's really
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, nice. You're very well spoken. So I already know you're going to go a long way. Very beautiful. So good
Thank
luck
you.
to you and blessings to you along the way. And
Hmm.
we would love to hear a song from you or a voice, not
You
a
sing a
voice,
little bit
a
about Butterfly.
piece of a
Can you
movie,
sing a little
anything
bit?
you would like.
Um, I can do a little bit of Black Butterfly
Yep.
by Denise Williams.
Yep, they had an Black History Month assembly, and she got to do a solo. So
Okay.
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 Go ahead.
You can close us out with it. We are so proud of you.
Yep.
Oh, okay, kind
Just sing the chorus.
Black butterfly, sailed across the waters. Tell your sons and daughters what the struggle brings. Black butterfly, set the skies on fire. Rise up even higher so the winds can catch your wings. And that's it.
That was awesome. Oh my
Thank
goodness. And
you.
you just belted that out. Well, Queer, thank you so much. You
Mhm.
are going to go places, as you already can see. Your talent is taking you places. And kudos to your mom and your grandmom and your
Mhm.
whole family. And you all be blessed. Thank you again for sharing.
Mhm.
And I hope that you all subscribe and follow. Tell your friends and family that you were on today's episode. And we would love to hear more from you. I would love to have you all
Yep.
on in the future.
Yes, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us. And
Thank you.
shout out to my mom. I know she's watching. Her name
Yeah.
is Gina Watson, and she's an author and a speaker. And she has a book called Letters to My Daughters, and you can find it on Amazon. That's just a plug for my mom. Gina
Letters to
Watson.
my daughter.
Yep.
I'm putting it in the chat right now as we speak.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Look at this. The whole family. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. So this is
Hmm.
awesome. Thank you. And I gotta have your mom on. Okay.
Yes, you do. Yep.
Mom, Miss Gina, you come on too. I'm gonna inbox you. Put you on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
thank you all so much.
Thank
And
you for having us. Such a pleasure. Thank you.
all
Thank
right.
Mhm.
you.
We're gonna talk to you all later. Goodbye, everybody. Heart
Thank
Nation.
you.
Thanks, Nicole.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.